Welcome back to Matchday Live. Chelsea's unbeaten run under Thomas Tuchel stands at 4 after a 2-1 victory this evening in Sheffield. An immediate reaction to the Blades' equalisers. Timo Werner wins a penalty and Jorginho's spot kick is converted for the 3 points. Buzzing. Claire, we were just having a little debrief off air before we come on, because I think all of us are very pleased that game is over and out the way now, because Sheffield United are a very, very good side and they were really knocking on the door at the end. Fair play to them.
They mounted the pressure on, didn't they? We can talk about Mount, but we're talking about the Sheffield mounting pressure there. I think we're talking about standout players. Yes, there was an obvious mistake there from Rudiger, right? But Werner, hats up to him. I didn't win with the 3-0, but I'm happy with the result still.
Absolutely right. I think we all are. And Jay, just on that, because I think the general consensus is Antonio Rudiger had a great game today. And I think, I thought we played really well defensively. He was superb. He made a couple of, there was one defensive header, I think about 5 or 10 minutes after the second goal, when I've still no idea how he's got to it and been able to flick it out. His whole body shape is like kind of in a triangle almost as he's headed the ball away. I thought he was superb today, and he'll be disappointed with their own goal, but it certainly doesn't sum up his performance, because he was very good today.
I thought we defended brilliantly today. The goal aside, we'll talk about that in a second. I thought largely we defended brilliant. Christensen at the back was magnificent. Last season we went there and he got absolutely bullied by Ollie McBurney. Today he went there and they couldn't do that to him. There was one ball right towards the end there where it's a 1v1 with Lundstrom. He's got to be strong. He makes sure he puts his arm across him, keeps his eye on the ball, doesn't make any silly fouls because it was a 1v1, comes out with the ball and strokes it away. I thought he was brilliant. I thought, as a unit, I thought we defended well, other than the goal. And Rudiger will get the blame for it. I'm going to look at Mendy as well, because Mendy's come off his line, rushing off his line. Rudiger's got to deal with it. What's Mendy up to as well? So between the pair of them, there is some equal blame, I think. But look, we got away with one today, because right at the other end, I don't quite know how Lowe put in Timo Werner, but he did. And we managed to get the penalty. But they are incredibly well-earned 3 points. That's as tough a game as Tuchel has had in a long time, I'm guessing, both here and at PSG.
Abby, like Jason was saying, the goal will speak for itself in terms of it being, but it's also one of them games where sometimes you feel like a game's getting away from you. Sometimes you feel like, how on earth have we not won this game? But the reaction immediately from Chelsea, it wasn't about sort of worrying about the goal. To put that to the back of their mind straight away and get an immediate reaction, 2 minutes or less than 90 seconds straight after the goal, that's a huge boost, and that shows the mentality of Thomas Tuchel's side.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows that we absolutely have a winning mentality. And Rudiger especially, I think obviously he could have just been head down, so bummed out about that. He made some crucial blocks after that. He literally, the best attitude, he just threw himself back into it and was like, no, I'm not going to let that own goal define this game for me. I'm going to do my bit for the team and defend. And as you say, like the rest of the team also doing their bit to get us another goal and to get us to 3 points. But it was a battle today. Let's not lie about it. It was difficult. Difficult to watch, and I wasn't even playing, but we've got the 3 points.
Got a few bruises there, Abby.
Yeah, honestly.
I was going to say, it does feel like it's one of those games where people talk about it being a real test when you go to Sheffield anyway, but on a very cold, windy Sunday evening, it's one of those where it seems to build up against you. But Claire, we'll talk about Timo Werner, because he was superb. It looked like he was getting a little bit of strapping on his left thigh when he come off. So that'll be one to, hopefully that's just precautionary, but we'll obviously keep an eye on that. And Thomas Tuchel will speak to the press on Wednesday ahead of the FA Cup game. So maybe we'll keep an eye on that one. But he was superb again tonight, and obviously won the penalty, but his willing running this in behind, and just his general all-round play I thought was superb tonight.
Yeah, he was fantastic. My player of the match, for sure. I think it couldn't have actually gone better for him other than not scoring, like drawing that penalty, as we said. I think the fact that he was constantly asking questions of the defence, constantly running, always wanting the ball. Also, the assist for Mount's goal, that precise pass to set Mount up. I think it couldn't really have drawn up any better for him. I'm pleased for him, to be fair. I think he had a fantastic game.
Absolutely right. His 7th penalty assist of the season, Jay, if you want to call it that. He's won seven penalties this season. I mean, I think the biggest surprise of that, again, same way we were surprised on Thursday night there was no hop, I was very surprised there was a hop in Jorginho's run-up this week. He's keeping goalkeepers, fans and everyone alike guessing with his penalty run-up.
Ramsdale would have known which way he went. He would have watched the game, of course, on Thursday night, so he would have been aware that Jorginho would have taken it and gone to the goalkeeper's right, his left. The biggest surprise was that Kevin Friend didn't give it.
Yeah,
I cannot believe. But and also the assistant. You've got the assistant on that side who's got a great view. You know, that's his job. He's got a right view down the barrel there of what that penalty looked like to him. Kevin Friend was well positioned. I looked where he was. He had a good view of it. Look, VAR again, thank God, because that's what it's there for. It saved our skin in the first half, when a penalty that was given and VAR proved he was offside. In the second half, how it wasn't given, but VAR has stepped in, proving it was a penalty. So VAR is the big winner today. It may not have worked particularly well down at Craven Cottage, but it certainly worked well at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, it took a while, but the right decision did eventually come, didn't it? And you're right. Thank goodness it's there. Thank goodness it's there. Abby, we could do the same pre-match show, post-match show, halftime show every single week, talking about how brilliant Mason Mount is. So I'm going to try and keep this a little bit to a minimum, because we need to save something for the rest of the season, because no doubt he's going to be 10 out of 10 week in, week out, as he has been so far. But just another superb display. I mean, John Terry's buzzing off him on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen his Instagram story, but JT's talking about how good he is. Every single week he does something else that you go, phenomenal. Goal today, all-round running, that little flick over someone's head in the middle of the park. Yeah. What a player.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's got moments of skill. Yeah, well, he'll just flick the ball over somebody, but then he's making runs, he's making tackles as well. You know, he's one of those players that can do everything. And yeah, you can rely on every single match. So I think we just need to take him out of the man of the match conversation for a little while, because give someone else a go, you know. For me today, it was all about Timo Werner, and he's getting a lot of love in the app as well. A lot of people want him to be man of the match, including Matthew S, Ami Mola, Eric are agreeing as well, and Christian L. So yeah, lots of love being sent to Timo Werner. That goal will come, but his confidence today, you could see it, couldn't you? I know Jason mentioned before pre-match that, you know, his body language, he just didn't look very happy. He looked really tense. He looked confident today, didn't he? He was really getting in there. So I think we're closer to that goal.
But there was a chance, wasn't there, in the first 10 minutes or so, where he's lifted it over the goalkeeper and someone's nicked in. And to me, Jay, that says that's a player that's confident, it's got the ability outside of the boot, it's going to flick it past the goalkeeper rather than trying to bring it down and round him or something. He seemed to have a little bit more about him today, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, what's his role? His role is he's been brought in to score goals, but his second part of his game is to add to our attacking lineup. And he's done that today. We spoke at half time about the assist for the first goal for Mace. He's been clever. He's not put it in where there's loads of traffic. He's cut the ball back to where you were hoping someone would come onto it. I just felt on that one over the goalkeeper, felt he could have put a little bit more on it. Felt it was a little safe. He's gone, just beat the goalkeeper. I think maybe Timo Werner with double figures of goals may well have been a little bit more ambitious and perhaps put that away and maybe give the defender no chance. But look, he's had a big say in where the points went today. Had a big say in where the points went on Thursday night as well. He was, of course, won the penalty there. So look, you got to keep getting into those areas. I think the system that we play now, where he's slightly deeper and not that number one and not coming too far off that left, I think suits him. It will come. It will come.
Let's have a little chat about the formation then, Claire. I'm going to stick it on you a little bit because everyone's asking the same question. We are as well. I love the fact that we still have no idea really when we make the change at the end. When Timo Werner comes off, it looked like Hudson-Odoi and Mount were kind of given the most freedom to play the furthest forward. I'm not quite sure I'd go as far to say they were playing up front, but then they certainly weren't playing as a double six, were they? So I'm loving this sort of fluid total football approach from Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, it felt like with every substitution there was a change in formation. I think that, you know, is credit to the fluidity of the team and the fact that they can take on this new information, and we are that adaptable. I think the one person I do feel a bit sorry for actually was Giroud starting the game there. I think the formation just wasn't for him, or isn't for him today. I don't know, like he didn't seem to kind of link up as well as we wanted to, and I think that may be down to the fact that for me 2 wing backs weren't quite at it. And weren't kind of playing it to his strengths as much. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you what we finished with, to be honest. Anyone else got any ideas?
Jay, but he's clearly got to trust the players to be able to do that, hasn't he? Because you, like Claire said, to feed new information throughout the game and as he's going on, that to me says very quickly that he's got a grasp of he knows the players are capable of making that adaptation during the game.
Yeah, and he bought on N'Golo because Fleck made that run between Jorginho and Cover. And between the pair of them, he just ghosted through. He didn't even really have to sprint. And I think he said, I ain't having that anymore. So he went for 3-man midfield. And he had to leave 2 up top because if you do have a system where you just invite pressure against Sheffield United, it's just going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. And eventually they will create something. There'll be a half chance, a scramble. And he left 2 up top because actually there were times when we got out and we took the pressure. We moved 30, 40, 50 yards high up the pitch. And of course, we got a free kick off Mace that deep in their half just before the final whistle. So he's read that. Giroud had come off. I think the reason he brought Alonso on is also because of his height. He brought off Giroud, then you become slightly smaller as a team, and I think that may have been one of the reasons why Alonso also came on.
Abby up to 5th now, point behind Liverpool. I think I'm not reveling in this too much in case I've got it wrong, but I think Liverpool lost 3 on the bounce now. Have they lost 3 on the bounce, 3 in a row now?
Yeah, yes. You're right there.
So certainly there'll be a team that won't be feeling massively confident, starting to look over their shoulder a little bit. We've got Newcastle up next in the Premier League, who can be very good and very poor on their day as well. I think that's fair to say. But certainly, how things are going, there won't be many sides that will fancy facing Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, will there?
No, absolutely not. We're on a really good run of form. I think it's been an amazing confidence boost. It just feels like the team are kind of re-galvanised, aren't they, again, with Thomas Tuchel at the helm? And I'm excited. I'm excited again to be a Chelsea fan as always, and hopefully see us in the top 4. Come on, we're near.
I mean, since Thomas Tuchel's taken over, Chelsea have made up 5 points. I think it's on Man United, 6 on Everton, 5 on West Ham, 4 on Liverpool, 5 on Leicester. So in terms of the way the league's come in, unfortunately, Claire, we've got an FA Cup game in the week because it feels like the more league games we play at the moment, it keeps rolling, doesn't it?
Yeah, we talk a lot about momentum, don't we? And I think sometimes with the FA Cup, you can see quite a few changes, and we do want to keep moving forward. But I just think, look, we have to put the positive spin on it every single time. That's 3 wins out of 4. Winning streak continues. And I think FA Cup is just another opportunity, right, for some of these players to actually, state their claim once again.
Absolutely right. Let's have a little look at what's coming up on the 5th stand for us then. You can get all the post-match reaction from tonight's game and see highlights of the match a little bit later on. A few days rest, and then on Wednesday afternoon, Thomas Tuchel will be speaking to the press ahead of our FA Cup 5th round tie. Barnsley are the team that stand between us and a quarter-final place. Make sure you join us on Matchday Live on the 5th stand from 6:50 on Thursday evening. So 4 games unbeaten for the new boss. The difference again was another Jorginho spot kick. The hot was back. The 3 points are ours. We are hot on the heels of the top 4. A very, very good weekend indeed. Thank you for watching and have a good night.